Hi, I'm Bruce Drake.
And I'm Brian McCarty, and we're the co-founders of Bluegrass Hospitality Group.
I was in the restaurant business. During all that time, my number one customer was Brian McCarty. He was in 8 days a week.
The restaurant business had always intrigued me, although I'd never been in the restaurant business, never worked a day in my life in the restaurant business. So I had an opportunity to buy a neighborhood bar and grill in the neighborhood I grew up in. And I went over and asked Bruce for his opinion and counsel. He said, go ahead and do it, but I'm not going to be your partner. And I got an MBA in restaurant management for a couple years, and then we had the opportunity to really step up our game and build Lexington's first prime beef steakhouse in the Lansdowne shops in 1998. That deal, I was able to convince them to partner up and build the first of 3 Malone's in Lexington.
And that's where BHG began. So we wanted to put something new and fresh in there besides Malone's. So we were thinking about this beer burger sushi place, right? And we're trying to name it. I wanted it to be Nick's. The general manager of the restaurant was Nick Lorick. We come in the next morning, and I come in pretty early, and Brian is at my desk, and Brian never is in early. And he's like, I got the name. And I was like, he's pretty serious about this. And that's when he floored me and said, let's call it Drake's. And I was like, oh, if it fails, then that really sucks. It's got your name on it, and it fails. And we did, and that's why we called it Drake's. And it seems like it's worked out pretty good so far.
Day one, through the roof.
Off the charts. Did volumes that are inconceivable for that size space.
We're very fortunate, and we're very lucky that day in 2009 that we tried out Drake's for the first time on Tiggs Creek Road in Lexington was we cashed a lottery ticket.
You know, along with a lot of creativity from Chef Allen and our other executive chefs, we have been very fortunate to serve great food items. You know, people come in the restaurants or they're going to Malone's tonight. They're like, what should I get? I'm like, what are you in the mood for? I mean, you know, they think they're going to tell them to order the most expensive steak, and I mean, I may tell them to order the chicken tenders. We just have such great items, even with the beverages. I mean, every glass has to be full of ice. Every beer is packed in ice. We try to do our best to serve the best product that we can deliver. And with our food, we do the exact same thing. Our specs are very stringent. Mark Thornburg is the huge driver behind Drake's. After we built our first one or second, we knew that Drake's was for real, and I begged, pleaded, and borrowed everything I could do to get Mark to come over to Drake's. And Mark is Drake's. Mark Thornburg is just contagious. I can't wait for you to meet him, and you're just going to be blown away.
He lives it, eats it, breathes it every day, and he is our biggest brand ambassador.
Bruce called and said, you know, we got this great brand, and we want to expand it, and we want you to take over the brand and take it on the road, and let's see what we can do with it. So we found a great site that we loved at Cool Springs, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville, and then had our first purchase of land, which is on the east side in Louisville at the Paddock today.
It was a natural extension for us to look at Louisville. We wanted to stay close to home. We've always wanted to control our growth and stay within 300 miles of Lexington here for, you know, the initial stages of our growth.
If somebody would have told me 10 years ago that we would have 11 stores in 2019, getting ready to add 5 more this year in 2019, I would have told them they were crazy. We don't have one mistake. They all are kicking, ass, okay? Do I hope that one day we have 25, 30, 40 stores? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, if we end up with 20 and they're all home runs, then we win.
We have always had a very family-type environment. You know, we just have a great combination of people that put us in a win situation.
One of my best days of opening a restaurant's orientation, because you have 150 employees. Some might know each other, some might not. And I tell them that day during orientation that you all will become a family. You all will become some of the best friends ever. It happens every single time. And it's because we love our people. And it starts with us. And if we love our people, it's a trickle-down effect. They love each other. And that's what really makes this brand special. I love being involved with the staff. I love being involved with our guests. Love being involved with the management team. You will see me in the stores a lot more because that's our bread and butter. That's what makes this brand. It's not Mark Thornburg. It's not the market partners that travel to the stores. It's hands down, bar none, the people. That's why I like being with them as often as I can.
We just hired 22 new managers, and we give incentives. We do everything in the world we can. We went to a 4-day work week with managers. That's unheard of in the restaurant business.
About 86% of our current managers have been hired from within, and that says a lot. It's very important that the management team drinks the Kool-Aid. Our staff truly knows that we care about them. And so if they see that the managers that they work with drinks the Kool-Aid, then they're going to take, if we promote them to a manager, they're going to go to another store and they're going to drink the Kool-Aid and make sure that the staff respects them as well and loves them and cares for them. If you want to grow with this brand, you got to let your managers know. You got to let them know that you want to grow so that we can help you become a manager and work with you to develop you. So the big thing is let the team know.
This may not be the job of your life, but the one thing I will tell you is while you're here, you should do the best you can do. There's no reason to do anything half-assed. You know, I have been fortunate enough to be in this business for 30-some years, and I have seen so many employees come and go, it's amazing. And it never fails. The employees that give it their all, that really try to learn the products, that really try to understand the guests and have a gene to serve, man, when they move on and do their other jobs, they are very successful.
We're all team working towards one common goal, and that's to bring new guests in this building and retain the ones that come in on a regular basis. And if you're selfish, you're probably not going to make it. If you work as a team, you love your co-workers as your best friend, then I can tell you, you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to have the guests that come in here and love it and will continue to come in, but it's definitely being a team player.
The piece of advice that I would give to new Drake's team members is that they should give it their all when they come in and do the best as they can do, and they will then feel the family environment that Drake's has to offer.
Be yourself, have fun, smile, and love what you're doing.
Embrace the family. I mean, we are one big family. Work is second in our world, truthfully. We come in and just love who you're working with, be your friends, and do your best you can do.
Go all in on the family atmosphere. Just get to know all of your coworkers and managers and all in on the family piece because it's for real.
Thank you very much for being here today. I tell you, this next week is going to be just an unbelievable experience. Embrace it. We want you to make as much money as you can, but knowledge is power. And if you don't embrace it and you don't take the time to learn the menu, to learn our specialty cocktails, to learn our steps of service, then guess what? You're probably not going to be successful. So embrace the next week. Love it, enjoy it, learn as much as you can, and more importantly, go and have fun and make money.